Sacramento Kings basketball.
He's got the bucket!
Game night is presented by Power Business Technology, your locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Contact them at 844-POWER-BZ or visit them at powercopiers.com. Here's your host, Scott Marsh, alongside the high flyer, Henry Turner.
And a very pleasant good morning to you. Welcome into Kings game. We got to call it game day today, High Flyer. We can't get away with game night tonight.
Not even close.
It's not even close enough.
Not even close.
No, when you're bringing donuts, it's not game night.
No, and you know what? I can go for a good donut anytime, but it's definitely not nighttime tonight.
For sure. And by the way, thanks for bringing the donuts. That's huge.
No problem.
As we've got Kings basketball coming your way today. Noon tip-off in the Motor City. Kings versus Pistons, game 2 of this 6-game roadie. It's cold here in Sacramento. Getting outside, it was overcast, cold. I've got my hands held together, but we know we've got first-world problems here in Sacramento compared to what the Kings are feeling right now in Detroit.
Detroit is off the chain.
You see the G-Man's photos?
No, you know what? Haven't had a chance to look at them.
Looks like an avalanche
I can
has
imagine.
taken place.
I mean, we knew, right before the road trip, we were talking about it, and and G-Man was checking the weather. He was like, "Man, it's supposed to be like 10 below."
Yeah, it was. Somebody said it was 40 below in Chicago. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but anything that's below, does it really matter at that point?
Exactly.
Just say below.
No, it cannot function.
No. Hopefully the Kings will be able to function today inside where the temperature seemingly will be a nice 72 degrees, but they are taking on the best team in the East in Detroit. We'll get into all of that. We'll be with you until 11:30 this morning. Get you ready for Kings Live pregame. Jason Ross will be with the High Flyer for that. Again, new tip-off. G-Man with the call. Kings coming off the loss in Cleveland on Friday. Good game. 123-118. Kings had a lead late with 4 minutes to go. Very competitive game. And really, it was the offense this time that let them down. And it wasn't really lack of offensive execution. They just missed some bunnies in that game.
They missed some real easy shots.
They did.
I can pretty much account to Sabonis probably missed 3 at the rim. I know Westbrook missed 2 at the rim.
Yeah.
I mean, just real chippies, and we're not going to even account, Scooter, just the open three-point shots that the Kings missed. But all in all, they played a great game, man. Very competitive game.
It was a very entertaining contest. We're right there for the taking. Everything you would want against a Cleveland team that's 6 games over 500. Maybe the brightest spot in that game was Sabonis coming off the bench, had his best game back by far, 24 points, 16 rebounds. He looked like the Sabonis of last year.
With fresh legs.
Yeah.
First of all, we got to talk about that hockey sub that Doug,
yes. Well,
Doug
I was going to
did.
get to that start because the starting 5, they were pathetic to start the game.
Oh, my God. I mean, they came – that's one thing that you cannot do.
No.
We talk about how Sacramento is going to be able to be competitive, and there's no way you can come out with that type of energy and effort and think that you're going to be able to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers team.
It was
number one.
For sure.
And then, Doug did exactly what he was supposed to do. Cleared house, hockey sub. 5 out, 5 in. And salute the guys coming off the bench, Scott.
They were fantastic.
Hey, they came in and they changed the game right off the bat. You've seen a different type of energy. They pushed the basketball. They played defense. They blocked shots. And I'm going to point this out early, and I'm going to point it out often, Scott. I'm sorry. People laugh at Dylan Caldwell. They talk about him. They say he's not a good basketball player. But I'm telling you, he does good things for this team. Energy and effort-wise, this team does not go on that run without Dylan's contributions on the defensive side.
Yeah, Dylan was awesome in that game, and we'll certainly get to him. But you said it was a bleak start. I mean, it was DeRozan, Achua, Reynaud, Levine, and Westbrook that started the game. They got down 16-2. Evan Mobley made Maxime look like he was back in college. It was one of the few times, because Maxime's been really good in his rookie year, but he looked every bit a rookie trying to guard Evan Mobley early on.
Bro, you're going to take your lumps.
He took some serious lumps.
You are going to take your lumps. And honestly, Scott, I think Evan is a perfect match for somebody like Maxime, because He isn't the biggest guy, so he's very mobile. He can slide, he can dribble the basketball, and he can attack the rim. He's long. So, Maxine looking at Evans should have took on, that's what I want to be. Understand, in 2 or 3 years, I want to be where this man is right now. Take all the film home and study him.
Boy, if he could get anywhere near where Evan Mobley is, that would be fantastic. Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star player in Evan Mobley, who went for 29, 13, and 7. But that first group just didn't have the juice, didn't have the energy. It was Monk, Clifford, Sabonis, Schroeder, and Cardwell that all came in. They got the Kings to lead back by the end of the first quarter. I mean, that was as good an effort as we've seen in a while.
Bro, great effort. I mean, came in, like I said, defensively, got it done. Between Sabonis grabbing the rebounds, Dillon protecting the rim, you had Monk and Schroeder on the perimeter guarding up. They turned Cleveland over, they blocked shots, they got rebounds, and they got out in transition. A perfect recipe for the Kings to play basketball.
Yeah, and I give Doug a lot of credit because the first 5 weren't ready to go, and he took them out of the game.
Bro, what else you going to do?
No, I know it's the only choice he had, but
right.
I give him credit for doing
sure.
that, right?
Are you going to go downhill like that?
Yeah.
We just now hit the road trip. You can't start out like this.
No.
So, yeah, you make that hockey sub, but I'm with you. Hell of a job because most coaches won't go 5-on-5. They probably would have took 2 out or 3 out or whatever. But, Doug understood the assignment.
Yep. Message sent to the starters after that start. But the Kings got back, made it competitive all the way throughout, just could not offensively get it done in that fourth quarter. They held Cleveland to 21 fourth quarter points. The defense was good enough.
Yes, it was good enough. They was able to get their hands on balls, get deflections, and get out in transition. Yep. Like I said, a perfect recipe for the Kings. That's how it's going to have to be done. We talked about when they played against Washington, when they were shooting the basketball extremely well, and all of a sudden they're shooting the ball well, but they're turning the basketball over. And we were like, okay, you're going to be able to get away with that with Washington, but any other good team, that's not going to happen. Yep. So the Kings have to play very, very good and solid on the offensive end. Cannot turn the basketball over.
For sure. Let's talk about Cardwell because he did a really good job against Mobley. He influenced shots. I mean, Mobley had a great game, but it was a different factor with having Cardwell out there. Second part of it, we were wondering, could Sabonis play with another big? That's part of what we're finding out with Sabonis coming back. Right. I thought the Sabonis-Cardwell combination was great.
I did too. And it's been truly noted that Sabonis really don't want to play the 4.
Right.
He wants to play the 5. But at this particular moment, defensively, I think it works.
Yeah.
Because, Sabonis has to look at the full gamut of what's going on out there. Offensively, playing the 4, I don't think he's very confident in that shot. That's why he don't want to play the 4, because the 4 has to stretch. But defensively, he needs to understand that, bro, you're not going to have to do the dirty work. You got another dude down there that's going to do it for you. You can still go grab all the rebounds you want, but as far as trying to protect that rim, that's Caldwell's job, and he does it well.
Yep.
And it takes you to another level when you're trying to get out on defense. You're trying to get out on the fast break things. All those things come into play when, he's at that 5.
For sure. And if Sabonis, he obviously has been working on that three-point shot. He was so efficient from behind the three-point arc last year. Hasn't shot it well this year in limited action. But if Sabonis could hit that more regularly, be a little more consistent at the elbow with Cardwell down low in the dunker position, boy, you've got something there.
Yeah, you do. But that's the thing to where he's been, reluctant to play that 4 because at the 5 position, he really isn't out there too much. He's more so down low. Like I said, he's in the dunker's position.
Right.
And that shot hasn't fallen pretty for him early on this year. So that's why he's like, well, no, I don't want to go there. But overall scheme, bro, you're better at that position. The team is better when you're playing the 4. Now, you're better when you're at the 5. Yeah. But the overall scheme of it, he needs to be at that 4.
And he's such a good passer, too.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
such a good passer.
He needs to be at that 4.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this evolves between that. And, of course, Maxime will have better days than he did against Cleveland. He only ended up playing 9 minutes in that game. It was a rough start. And really, when you've got bigs like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, Maxime, even at his size, he doesn't have the physical presence yet to fight at that level.
That's exactly where it is, Scott. He doesn't have the size. I won't say his motor isn't there, but I would have to say that he's given everything he has with the size that he has. Once you've been in the league a couple of times, you don't have to be the biggest guy to be able to go down low and do those type of things. I mean, look at Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett played his whole career probably at 185 pounds, but he was a terror down low. But his energy, his effort took him to that next level. Yeah. So that's where Maxine's going to really have to grow as a player.
For sure. The combination of Schroeder and Monk, they were great off the bench too, a ton of energy. Schroeder played really well on Friday and had 21 points. Monk continuing to get his playing time. He played 33 minutes. He was fabulous, and that's a good 1-2 punch.
I think they have finally come to the conclusion of this dude can help us. Mm-hmm. He really can help. If you put him in the right spot and you leave him out there on the floor, he is a positive for this team. I have said this from the beginning of the year. Scooter, I was upset when they took Monk out to start.
No, I know.
I was heated. I was like, no, that's not the right move. This dude needs to be on the floor. He can help. He does a lot of positive things. I think people really underestimate Malik Monk as a facilitator. Mm-hmm. Yes, he will turn the basketball over. We know that. But guess what? So will Russell Westbrook. And he is a legitimate Hall of Fame point guard. So, these two players, the way they play, they're going to turn the basketball over. But the thing about Malik Monk is that he can change a game with his energy and his effort and his three-point shooting.
Yeah, he can. And again, as we approach the trade deadline, February 5th, is Malik still in the mix? They've come out and said they're comfortable with keeping Malik for the long term. Who knows what's going to happen? We do know the Kings are going to be on the road until February 4th. So do they come back with the same roster? That's still to be determined. Kings are 12-34. They lose to Cleveland, again, 123-118. When we come back, we'll focus in on the Pistons, the opponent today for Sacramento, a team that's coming off a loss against Houston on Friday night, but still atop the Eastern Conference. We'll get into Cade Cunningham and company. We'll get you to the update on the injury report later on as well. We'll go around the league. We've got plenty of stuff to keep you company on a Sunday morning, an early start. It's a matinee affair in Detroit, noon tip-off here. We've got you covered. It's game night, being brought to you by Power Business Technology. Experience for yourself how the Power family can help you with all your business copying needs. Give them a call today, 1-844-POWER-BZ, or go to powercopiers.com. More of game night right here, Sactown Sports 1140.
Malik Monk plays here.
Left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil, a Wix filter, and a $15 gift card after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Right now at Elk Grove Honda, you can lease a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sport Sedan for only $39.99 down, including first payment due at lease inception, excluding tax and license. 35 monthly payments of $299 plus tax, license, and 0 security deposit on approved credit. Mileage in excess of $10,000 per year at 20 cents per mile. It really is the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or on the web at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices. As a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Growing your business? It's all about having the right team on the court. At Bank of Marin, we partner with businesses in the greater Sacramento area, delivering personalized service and local expertise to help you make a slam dunk. Whether it's customized lending or solutions to keep your business growing, you'll benefit from local decision making. Expanding, acquiring additional assets, or building a lasting banking relationship? We're ready for tip-off. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation, so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Welcome back in to Game Day right here, Sactown Sports 1140. Scott Marshall on with the high flyer Henry Turner. Early Sunday morning contest, Kings and Pistons. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend, getting ready for some Kings basketball, some championship football going on today. Later on, we'll have the Seahawks and the Rams. I know we were hoping it'd be the 49ers here this afternoon, but it should be a great matchup. Should really be some great fun later on today. We'll see if Sam Darnold can come through and beat the LA Rams. If you want to join us, 916-339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140. We're up and running in our YouTube chat. We'll get to the conversation in there as well. King's opponent is the Detroit Pistons. We saw them recently here at Golden One Center. Pistons winning that game 136-127. And my takeaway from that game was the Pistons are legit. I wanted to see, I mean, this team's leading the Eastern Conference, so they're legit. But, I mean, are they truly a legit team that can really threaten to win the Eastern Conference, win an NBA championship? And, you know, I think they're close to that level. I don't know if they can win the NBA championship. I think they can certainly get out of the East. They're a beast inside. Jalen Duren, really, really impressive to me. Of course, Beef Stewart coming off the bench. Cade Cunningham is becoming one of the stars in this league. He's a little bit banged up. He only had 12 points. His wrist is hurting. He is on the injury report list for today's game. We'll see if he plays or not. But overall, at 32-11, I'm really impressed with the Detroit Pistons.
I am too, Scooter. I'm very impressed with how they play, their style of play. And I'm really impressed at how fast they got that together.
Yeah.
You know, just 3 years ago, they set that record.
28 straight losses.
28 straight losses. Everybody was laughing at them, joking at them. They were the joke of the NBA. But, you know, it just goes to show that rebuilding the basketball team is a process. It isn't something that's going to happen overnight, but you have to take those steps, and especially if you're a small market team.
Yeah.
You have to take those steps and those lumps to be able to come back. And now here they are, the best. Not a good team, the best team in the East.
Are they a blueprint for what Sacramento should be trying to do?
They're a blueprint for what any small market is going to have to do. You know, I understand Detroit's probably, a more worn city if you start talking about, where guys want to go and play, but still it's a small market. And at the same time, you really have to be able to cultivate talent to get guys to come there and play.
Yeah, and for Detroit, obviously, They got it right in the draft with Cade Cunningham.
You
they
have
had a
to
lot
do
of
that.
picks, and they missed on some picks too, in all
Right.
fairness. But they got Cunningham right. They've developed Jalen Duren into a great all-around player. This guy used to just be an inside enforcer. Now he's a good scorer. They've got length. They've got size. Jaden Ivey was another pick who's been okay. A lot of people thought that that might be the Kings pick over Keegan Murray in that
Right.
draft. I think
I remember that.
proved out that Keegan is probably the better player, but Jaden Ivey's been a contributor there. So they've done it in all aspects, getting Asur Thompson, of course, who's been very good for them, Tobias Harris, the veteran. They've got a mix of youth and a couple of veterans sprinkled in there. They've done it in all facets, and that's kind of how you have to rebuild.
But see, most of that, Scott, was done through the draft, though.
It was.
You have
You're
to
right.
get a bunch of picks. Yep. And really, Scooter, it's almost the blueprint of what every team is trying to do right now. We're talking about teams trying to make trade. The trade deadline is coming up. No team wants to give up picks. Every team is trying to keep their picks or trying to get more picks. And that makes it even rougher out there for free agents because a lot of teams are like, yeah, we would like him, but we're not going to give you a pick to take him.
Yeah. The salary cap's become so prohibitive in the NBA that's why picks are so important because you can sign to that first rookie contract. You can manage it. It's almost like the NFL now in the sense if you've got a quarterback who is on that first contract, i.e. like the Niners did with Purdy, I mean, you can build your team around with everything else. And that's kind of what NBA teams are going for right now, especially with that apron and the luxury tax and all of that's going on.
And see, it's almost like you have to do that. That's what Detroit did. You almost going to have, 4 picks one year, 3 picks the next year.
Yeah.
You bring all this talent in, and then you cherry pick the good ones and keep one of those the ones you build around.
Yeah, because nobody's going to get 100% right in the draft.
At all. And then all of a sudden, when you cherry pick those guys, like you said, you bring in a Tobias Harris,
a Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, a Duncan Robinson. Guys who have been in the league and, they're legitimate veterans. Now you got a pretty good basketball team, but you're full of young players.
Yeah. And how about J.B. Bickerstaff, too, and the job he's done there as well. It's hard to believe. It feels like it was much longer ago when Monty Williams went there, unceremoniously fired in Phoenix. Thought it would be a great hire in Detroit. He got that 5-6 year monster deal, and then he got let go in year one during that year where they were so historically bad. In comes J.B. Bickerstaff, who, again, it was hard to believe he got fired in Cleveland, takes the Detroit job.
Right.
As coach of the year pretty much in Detroit's done a tremendous job there.
And it's crazy, because like you said, he had to deal with that first year, and the first year was going to be terrible.
Right.
You knew that,
Yeah.
but they fired him because they had to make a move. And they definitely couldn't get rid of none of the players because all the players were young.
Right.
But you have to be able to weather that. If you don't weather that, you're just going to go through another coach. Now, I'm not going to even start talking about is Bickerstaff a better coach than Monty. I think both of them are very good NBA coaches, but it's all about Bickerstaff had another year under his belt with those guys. Those guys wasn't all rookies. All of a sudden, that second year hit, Cade Cunningham got another year under his belt. Now he's ready. He's ready to lead that team, and then you start seeing some progress.
Yeah, for sure. And Cade Cunningham is definitely the head of the snake and is somebody who has really developed into one of the best players in the league.
Oh, I love the kid. Love his game. 6'7", big, long, plays both ends of the floor, plays exactly the style that his coach wants him to play. Scott, I'm going to say it again. We talk about it all the time. The buy-in. Everybody on Detroit, and especially Cade, he came there as a rookie, bought into the system. Now you got a guy that's going to lead your team, who's the head of the snake, that's going to have everybody else fall in line and say, this is how we play.
Yep. All right, so the Pistons are 32-11 right now. They're 6 games up in the loss column of the Celtics. By the way, did you see the video of Jason Tatum recently?
No, I haven't.
Celtics have put out video of him. He's dunking. He's working out. A lot of speculation now that he may come back this year off that Achilles tear, which would be incredible in terms of the timeline. But, for a team to put out video, and it's a progress video. It's not like he's coming back next week. But can you imagine if Tatum was somehow able to come back for a playoff run?
Hey, here's the deal. All we have to do, fellas, is make it. Just make it to the dance, because they're one of those teams to where, Scooter, if they add JT, let's say they come in at the 10th spot.
Right.
You add JT, now all of a sudden you got that sentiment of, we can run the gamut. We can go through anybody because we got our guy back. Now we are at full strength. No matter who's in front of you.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. It certainly would change up the East. But as it is right now, without Jason Tatum, Pistons 6 games up on the loss column, 7 up on the Knicks, 8 Raptors, 9 on Cleveland and Philadelphia. I feel like they're going to win the 1 seed. We'll see. But do you think right now they're the favorites to get out of the East? How would you rank that?
I still don't. I honestly don't feel like they're the favorites, because I feel like they're a young basketball team that's having a lot of success right now. I think they're playing very good basketball. But when playoff time hit, it's a whole nother beast. You have to be there. You have to be able to bend through it to understand what you're going up against. You know, Cleveland started out like that. They was that young team that played great basketball. Then once the playoffs hit, they got smacked around.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking at Detroit in that type of aspect, because I honestly think, like I said, if Boston gets JT back, whole nother ball game, right?
Yep.
If Embiid is healthy with the guys around him, Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, whole nother ball game, right? And then you got Cleveland. Cleveland's right there. Cleveland's been there, done that. So they understand how hard it's going to be. So now you got more teams that's looking at, okay, well, we can come up out of this thing.
Well, the one thing we do know, JB Bickerstaff will be coaching in the All-Star game, because Detroit's going to have the best record before the break, regardless of what they do today versus the Kings or throughout. So congratulations to him. All right, when we come back, we're going to go around the league. Did you get a chance to watch any of the Lakers game in Dallas last night?
I watched a couple of snippets of it, not much.
Okay, hopefully you didn't watch the last 5 minutes, because you would not have been happy with that. Nor was I, for that matter. But Luka back in Big D. Get you caught up on that. Postponements of game. This one wasn't weather-related. Everything going on in Minneapolis, and it's much larger than what we're talking about in sports right now with what's going on there. But the Warriors-Wolves game had to be postponed. Jersey retirement in Chicago with Derrick Rose. We'll get you caught up on all of that. It's game day right here. Sactown Sports 1140. It's brought to you by the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Sacramento. If you have a heart of service, you want to do something good in our community, how about helping a kid who needs an outside mentor in their lives? That's what Big Brothers and Big Sisters is all about, pairing people from the community who can help out kids who need some outside support with an adult mentor. Go to bbbs-sac.org, BB Big Brothers, BS Big Sisters-sac.org, and find out all about it. More of Game Night right here, Sactown Sports 1140.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Chick-fil-A's new Frosted Sodas and Floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new Frosted Sodas and Floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new Frosted Soda or Float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new Frosted Soda and Float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Get more for your money at Elk Grove Chevrolet, where value meets style. Purchase a new 2026 Chevrolet Trax for just $299 per month plus tax. The Trax delivers more for less with a sleek design, impressive fuel economy, and tech that keeps you connected. Conveniently located in Elk Grove, just minutes from Sacramento. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today for full details and see why the Trax is such a smart choice.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Sactown Sports 1140 is hitting the road and posting up this Wednesday at Roosters on the River for the Kings game. Come hang out with your favorite crew. Take your shot at games, fun, tons of prizes, and cheer on your Sacramento Kings with the loudest fans in town. And don't forget, every Wednesday is Wonderful Wednesday at Roosters on the River, featuring all-you-can-eat enchiladas for just $21. So come join the party, food, and fun and the Purple Pride this Wednesday at Roosters on the River with Sactown Sports 1140.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Welcome back into game day right here, Sactown Sports 1140. Scott Marshall on with the high flyer, Henry Turner. Kings and Pistons noon tip-off. That'll be followed by the NFC Championship game. Seahawks and Rams, winner going to the Super Bowl. We'll have that following the conclusion of the Kings game today. Big sports day here on Sactown Sports. We're going to go around the league. When we come back, we'll break down Kings and Pistons. But right now, the other league news, of course, last night, the marquee game, Lakers in Dallas. It's the fourth time that Luka has played Dallas since being traded. Mm-hmm. Want to guess what Luka's record is against the Mavs?
Oh, he's been giving them the business.
It's a perfect 4-0.
Yes, sir.
Yes, the Lakers came back to win that game. The Mavs, they were up 14 midway through the fourth quarter and just could not finish that one last night.
The Mavs is it's so disheartening watching them because you look at what they have on paper and you say, okay, this is going to be one hell of a basketball team. You know, you see Kyrie Irving, you see Anthony Davis, you see the rookies, you see all the complimentary players, Stafford, Washington, all of these good guys that they have at their disposal, but they don't have those guys on the floor. So when you go out and you're trying to play basketball games, you really can't be competitive. It makes it look bad.
Yep.
And they have really struggled because they haven't had their full roster.
Yeah, they were up 15, 7:41 to go. The Lakers closed out on a 29-8 run. Luka, 33 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds in the game. That's pretty much what he averages throughout the league. So I won't say those are unbelievable numbers. That's what he's averaging on a nightly basis. But down the stretch, he was great. LeBron had 11 fourth-quarter points. Rui Hachimura came through with a couple of big threes. Marcus Smart played some big-time basketball down the stretch. As you watch the Lakers, I know it's the Mavs, so can't get overexcited about that, but that might be the recipe for the Lakers if they want to move forward with that lineup that they were running out there. And if they get Austin Reeves back, obviously that's going to be a big plus.
Yeah. You know, AR-15 is a big miss for them because I honestly think when that young man was playing, they were winning games at ease. Yeah. You know, now they're struggling to win games or games are tighter. But when AR-15 was on that floor and he played with that lineup, they were definitely, you know, a much better basketball team.
Yeah, Lakers 10 games above 500 in the fifth spot in the Western Conference right now, 27-17. One thing I need you to explain to me, because I just still can't quite figure it out. Mark Cuban sold the Mavericks, right?
Yes.
Okay. So after the game, he's down on the floor. He's hugging Luka, all smiles. I don't know if I'm the Mavs ownership. I don't know if I like that image at all or not.
Well, you have to understand that move wasn't made under Mark Cuban's tenure, was it?
No, but that's my point. Mark isn't any longer the majority owner.
No,
so just to see him.
So, Luka, you was my guy.
I understand why Mark Cuban's doing it. I guess my point is if I'm Mavs ownership, and we already know how the city feels about the trade and Luka, and then you kind of see Mark Cuban on the floor afterwards, the former owner hugging Luka,
but Scott,
I don't know.
He's just not the majority owner anymore. He still owns.
Yeah, he is still part of the team.
Yeah. So he is a part of the ownership.
Anthony, that is true, but
he doesn't make the final decisions like he once did.
Sure.
So at the end of the day, Mark Cuban looks at it like, you were my guy.
For sure.
When I was here, you were my guy.
I know why Mark Cuban's doing it because he's like, I had nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do with that.
I just like if I was the majority owner of the team and I was watching that wouldn't sit well with me.
You really have to take ownership of the deal that was made.
Yeah.
If you're the majority ownership right now, you just have to sit there and say, hey, that was a bad decision.
Yeah. Historically bad.
I didn't want to put it that way, but yes.
Well, and especially with AD now hurt, and who knows what's going to happen, and
that was
everything else going on.
Horrible decision, and I'm pretty sure if you can find Nico, you want to light a fire to him, but at the end of the day, they made that decision. Horrible one, but they made it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to light a fire to him.
I'm just saying.
I know you are. I know you're teasing about
I'm
that.
not saying burn the guy.
I know.
But boy, they're heated about it.
They are heated about it. I don't think you're going to see him resurface soon. He's got his paycheck. And
I think he will get another job, but it's going to have to be a minute. I mean,
in L.A.?
This is written. No, I don't know about L.A., but it's going to be a minute. He might have to really walk this one off.
Yeah. All right. Other league news. How about this? Giannis expected to miss another 4 to 6 weeks. His second calf injury of the season. Doesn't come at a good time, of course, for the Bucks as they lost to the Nuggets Friday night. And right now, that is a team and a city that's just kind of going downhill.
And I'll say this. If you're Giannis, this is your second calf injury. You know where your teams are. You know what they're, probably where you're going to end up. Do you rush to come back?
Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even rush. You look at this thing as a situation to where, hey, I'm done. I'm shutting it down. We're not going anywhere. So why am I going to rush myself to come back? And I need to be fully healthy, whether I'm going to be with this team or another team.
Yeah. The Bucks right now are in the 11th spot, 8 games under 500. And when they came here, they were like 17-20. So their trend has not been good of late. They're really not a playoff team, and we'll see if they move Giannis or not. I don't think it'll happen before the deadline. Feels like that's a blockbuster off-season deal if something happens.
It is, Scott, because it's one of those things to where how do you move him?
Right.
He's so valuable, and then once again, teams don't want to give up those first-round picks, even if it's Giannis.
Yeah.
Even if it's Giannis, teams don't want to give – that's how valuable these picks are nowadays. You don't want to give up all these picks for a once-in-a-generational type player.
Yep. Ja Morant, speaking of injury, he's going to be out past the trade deadline now with the elbow sprain. Won't see him on the court. Will we ever see him again in a Grizzlies uniform?
Now, he is one of the most intriguing players that I think is out there. Who's going to take the chance with Ja? We talk about Jonathan Kuminga. We talk about what's going to happen with Jimmy Butler. Same thing with Giannis. But I think the Ja Morant thing is definitely going to be bigger than those other players.
And what's real interesting, of course, the Grizz will be here on February 4th when the Kings return to Sacramento.
Oh, that's cute.
Will Ja Morant be here? Will he be on Will it be one of those things where he's on the bench and he gets up during the game to head back towards the locker room? We've seen that happen in Sacramento before.
Yeah. That was the Iman Shumpert type deal.
Yep.
I remember that. Shump got traded. He had to walk from Sacramento's locker room. Was it to Houston?
I try to remember the details.
I thought he
now.
got traded to Houston, but he had to walk from one locker room to another. And
that was all part of the Harrison Barnes deal.
Right, and we laughed about it.
Yep. So who knows? But February 4th could be an interesting night at Golden One Center. Not just Kings related, but certainly with the Grizz and everything else going
League-wide.
on. Right? Yeah, for sure. This is a good news story. Derrick Rose getting his jersey retired as he definitely deserved to be the number one jersey going up in the rafters in Chicago. The Bulls getting the win over the Celtics last night. Rose honored at halftime. Sad that his career was derailed by the knee injuries because he was, he already was one of the greats, but if he hadn't suffered that injury, what was the ceiling for this man?
D. Rose was a monster. At the point guard position, he definitely was a monster. At his particular time, he was the best point guard in the league.
Yeah.
And, leading Chicago, to, playoff runs and things like that. So, the injury, you hate to see it happen, but it does. A lot of injuries throw cats off their game big times. Some guys can come back, some guys can't. I remember Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy was playing big-time ball in Portland.
Right.
People were saying, man,
he never came back.
This dude was the next big thing.
Yeah.
Had a knee injury, never came back.
Yeah, he never was able to recover from that. That was extremely unfortunate for the Blazers, who also struck out in the draft near that time when they didn't take Kevin Durant.
Right.
And they took Great Odom.
Mm-hmm.
But for Chicago, it's only the 5th number ever retired in the long history of the Bulls. So he'll be up in the rafters along with a guy named MJ.
Right.
Another kid, Scottie Pippen.
Right.
Jerry Sloan, who I remember had a pretty good all-around
Right.
NBA career, and Bob Love. So just 5 jerseys in Chicago.
Bill's number's not up there?
No. 5 Chicago jerseys have been retired. Jerry Sloan, Bob Love, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and now
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Because I thought they were talking about putting Bills up there also, but maybe so.
Haven't seen it.
Yep.
Not yet anyways. And, it won't be the last.
You know what? Rightfully so. Everybody's jersey just can't go up.
Nope, that's true.
You really have to put in some type of effort to have your jersey up in the rafters.
Yeah, so that's great accomplishment for him. The Warriors-Timberwolves game, as we mentioned, was postponed yesterday with the unrest going on in Minneapolis. That game is scheduled to be played today. Hopefully that'll be able to be done, and then they're going to play again on Monday. So they've got a doubleheader between the Warriors and the Wolves upcoming next 2 days.
You know what, Scooter? I'm just so just bummed about our state of our country, man, with things like this going on. I can't even imagine some of the things that, our parents went through and some of the things that they've seen, because I look at it right now and I'm like, we're supposed to be a country as of one, a free country, and all of these things that are happening, and they're ending up in deaths. Not just people being hurt, but true deaths, man. And it's like, I don't care. Nothing comes before your life. Bro, all that other stuff doesn't even matter. It doesn't even come into play over a life.
Yeah. We just pray for peace and for nobody to get hurt in Minneapolis, of course. And the games take a second stage to all of that. Hopefully everything will be okay and those games will be able to be played over the next couple of days. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, we'll focus in on Kings and Pistons. It's the final matchup of the year between these two teams. Pistons won the first matchup here in Sacramento, 136-127. We'll talk about that. We've got to get to our Firehouse Restaurant Who's on Fire segment. We also got to get to our Bank of Marin, put it in the bank for today as well. It's game day right here, Sactown Sports 1140.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Award-winning guitarist and songwriter Gary Clark Jr. Tour 2026. Saturday, January 31st, 7 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. An electrifying night of music with Gary Clark Jr.'s special guest, Marcus King Band. On sale at the venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Gary Clark Jr. Live.
The other guys must think you failed math. Get this huge discount. Then the fine print hits you with $5,200 in mandatory ads. It's adorable in a scammy kind of way. At Hoblet, we skip the tricks. The price you see is the price you actually pay. What a wild concept, huh? Hoblet, family owned 77 years. Experience the difference online at hobletdodge.com.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
Happy New Year, Susan. I really appreciate you picking up the bill for lunch.
I'm happy to. One of my New Year's resolutions is being better with money. So I've started using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for buying gas.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I earn cash back just for buying the gas I was already buying.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play and start earning cash back on everyday gas purchases. Use promo code RIDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents per gallon on your next fill up. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RIDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RIDER. Code RIDER.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Final segment of Game Day right here, Sactown Sports, 1140. Scott Marshall on with the High Flyer, Henry Turner. We're here until 11:30. Kings Live pregame at the bottom of the hour. Jason Ross will be here with Henry for that. 12 o'clock tip, Kings and Pistons. We'll talk about what the Kings have to do to get a win in Detroit in just a moment or so. But let's get to our Firehouse Restaurant, Who's on Fire right now. And again, it can be anything Kings related around the league. It can be who's really on fire or who is trying to stay off fire right now. We nominated Joel Embiid on Friday night. He had a great game against the Knicks last night. Knicks ended up winning that game, but Embiid continues to look like he's getting back into MVP form. Anything else in terms of what's on fire today?
Oh, yeah. We got one. Domantas Sabonis.
Yes, okay.
He's back.
Okay.
The big man is on fire.
He looks 100% healthy.
He looks good.
He does. He had his best game. Again, the 24 points, 16 rebounds. He looked healthy. He looked ready to bang inside, and that's a great sign for the Kings, obviously.
Yeah, to have a healthy Sabonis with fresh legs definitely will be a help.
All right. Is he on enough fire to start today?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Maxson had a couple of bad games, and, the starting position is Sabonis's. Until he leaves here, that's his position. So, I think Max will go back to the bench and Sabonis will be starting.
All right, that's going to be our Firehouse Restaurant. Who's on fire? Firehouse Restaurant, of course, iconic restaurant in our capital city, located in Old Town Sacramento off 2nd Street. It's a great place to go before the games, get some game day bites and $10 valet parking. Just a great place to have a meal. One of the best restaurants here in Sacramento. Okay, Sabonis gets his starting spot back. I know we put that in the bank on Friday. It didn't quite cash.
Hey, I thought he was going to be right back in the starting position.
Yep. If you're Doug Christie, and we saw that terrible start on Friday, where the Kings weren't really competitive, would you make any other starting lineup changes today?
I probably would think about it.
Would you do it?
That's a good question. I would really have to ponder that for a minute.
I can help you out a little bit. Anthony's got our injury report, and we know that one King starter is not going to be in it for sure.
Okay, so that makes it easy.
Yep. Anthony?
Yeah, Zach LaVine is out with lower back soreness, as well as Keegan Murray. I'm still trying to get an official update on Karis LeVert and Cade Cunningham, who is listed as probable and doubtful. But Cade Cunningham is probably playing. JB Bickerstaff mentioned that he was playing through injury. So I would assume to see him suited up. But for the Kings, LaVine is out.
All right, so no LaVine.
Where do you go?
Where
do you go?
I know you've been calling for Malik Monk all season long. I want to see Monk get a start.
I do too. Where do you go, though? Because Schroeder's playing good basketball.
He is, but he's been great off the bench.
But they've been so reluctant to bring Malik into the starting lineup.
Yep.
Where do you go? And then you got to understand this, too. The young rookie, Nick's been getting a little bit more run lately.
Yeah.
So at that 2 position, who gets in there?
Yeah.
Keon Ellis.
Keon's back out of being locked on the bench. We'll see if he even plays today. Obviously, he's been a DNP. And are you all right with that with Keon now?
Not really. Not really. I'm going to be truthful with you, Scooter. This is me personally, because, I have nothing to do with what goes over there
absolutely.
In basketball. But this is me personally. I feel about Keon the same way I felt about Malik Monk in different ways. I really felt like Malik Monk should always get a chance. I said, on the Malik Monk microwave, you should always press 5 minutes. Give that man 5 minutes and see if he can change things. Now, talk about Keon Ellis. When you need defense, when you need steals, you need to get stops, you have to come back through your defense. I think Keon Ellis gives you a greater opportunity at doing that.
Yeah, and obviously he's a fan favorite, and that shouldn't really dictate whether he gets minutes or not. But when you look at the DNPs, totally understandable with Drew Eubanks. He's not going to be the long-term picture of this team, right? No misunderstanding about Doug McDermott and why he doesn't play in any game or not, right? And Sarge, the same thing. But when it comes to Keon Ellis, and honestly, when it comes to Devin Carter, it's hard to understand why both of them don't get some playing time, right?
I understand why Devin Carter don't get playing time because he's buried so far under. I'm sorry. You got Schroeder that plays points. You got Monk that plays points.
But just in terms of the youth movement.
And then you got Russell Westbrook. Russell is killing the youth movement because he's the one that's getting the majority of the minutes at the point guard position. Yeah. So he's killing that at the point guard position. But Keon Ellis is the one you think that, okay, we need defense. We need to get turnovers. We need to get stops. You would think he would be in at that particular time.
Yeah, the Kings only forced 6 turnovers in Cleveland on Friday night. All right, we've got to get to our Bank of Marin, put it in the bank. So we weren't successful on Friday. What can we put in the bank on a Sunday?
I'm going to ride back with the big fella again. I'm going to go a double-double.
Double down.
Double-double for
Sabonis in the starting lineught.
He's going to be in the starting lineup.
I love it.
And he's going to get a double-double.
All right, we're quadrupling down on a Sunday morning. Okay.
That's how we roll.
I love it. We'll see if we can get that back today. We'll see if Sabonis starts. We'll find out soon enough. That's going to do it for Game Day. Thanks for joining us early on a Sunday, big sports Sunday. You've got Kings and Pistons. You've got some championship football as well. We'll have Seahawks and Rams coming up later today. High Flyer is always great to work with you. Thanks for bringing in the donuts, too.
Yeah, I see you ain't ate one lately.
I'm getting one as soon as the show's over. You're going to be one less.
Hey, I tell you
seconds.
what, you get it and take it down to the microwave and hit it for like about 5-10 seconds.
Kind of like the Vinnie Johnson microwave for the Pistons.
No, I'm talking about the Malik Monk microwave. Okay. Get on top of things here.
Do we have some pizza, too, with that?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right, that does it for game day. Coming up next, Kings Live pregame. Kings and Pistons noon tip. We've got you covered all day long. Sacramento Kings basketball right here. Sactown Sports, 1140.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At